Okay, I think we're ready. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stockton University's 12th Baccalaureate Pinning Ceremony. My name is Dr. Regina Green, and I'm an assistant professor here at Stockton University. Well, it's been an honor and a privilege to be part of this journey on the path for all of these incredible students to becoming a registered nurse. And let me also say, too, a very happy Nurses Day to everyone that is here. And for those of you that are at home, we know that you're also celebrating Nurses Day today. And at this time, I would like to invite everyone at home and here on campus to join me in welcoming the guests of honor, the baccalaureate class of 2021. So let's get started. Some of our distinguished faculty and administrators joining me here on the stage today for this special ceremony. We have Dr. Margaret Slesser, she's our Dean of School of Health Sciences. Dr. Sheila Quinn, our Associate Dean and Chief Nursing Administrator. Dr. Rose Scafidi, Coordinator of our nursing program. And some of the other faculty that are joining with us today include Dr. Mary Padden, Dr. Jackie Arnone, Dr. Jill Tutorial, Dr. Joan Perks, Dr. Mark Adelong, Ms. Annie Valerio, one of our newer faculty, Dr. Ketty Kuvitz, and at the end, I don't know. We have Dr. Lara Ruffin, who's also joining us as well. And I'm trying to see if there's anybody behind you, but there's not, so okay, good. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Michelle McDonald. She's our Chief Academic Officer for Stockton's Atlantic City campus and the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs at Stockton University. We're honored to receive opening remarks from our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. McDonald. In this role, Dr. McDonald wears many hats. She oversees the Office of Community Engagement and Service Learning, the Office of Continuing Studies, the William J. Hughes Center for Public Policy, and Stockton's remote instructional sites in Atlantic City, Hamilton, Manahawkin, and Woodbine. In addition, she serves as a tenured Associate Professor of History in the School of Arts and Humanities. So suffice to say, she's contributed a bunch to Stockton in many ways since joining us back in 2006. And we are so glad that she was able to join us here today. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Michelle McDonald to the platform for opening remarks.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. On behalf of Stockton University's, first of all, you guys got a great day for this, didn't you? You really got a nice day for this. On behalf of Stockton University's President, Dr. Harvey Kesselman, and our Provost, Dr. Susan Davenport, it is my very, very great pleasure to welcome all of you to Stockton University this afternoon. And of course, all of you that I'm welcoming sitting in front of me have already been here, but I'm extending that welcome to those of you who are at home joining us virtually as you can. This is a very proud moment for all of you. But it's also a very proud moment for your faculty, for your family, for your friends, and for your institution, because you worked really hard to get where you are, and you are now the living embodiment of how Stockton's nursing program fulfills its mission, which is to prepare graduates to serve as professional nurses in culturally diverse and an ever-changing society. The pin that you're about to receive is a symbol. It's a tangible reminder of that commitment. And it's a time-honored tradition, in some ways more meaningful than when you ultimately participate in commencement, which is an institutional event, and when it's your time, we will welcome you at that celebration as well. But today signifies your official initiation into the profession that you have chosen to pursue. And it's especially fitting, as was just noted, that you're participating in this tradition on National Nursing Day, the goal of which is to raise awareness of the important role that nurses play in our society. And the slogan for the American Nursing Association, which promotes this event, is advocating, leading, caring. And I find the order of these words to be something important to consider. Nurses are, of course, naturally seen as caregivers, and that's certainly part of the ANA mission, and I'm sure part of what brought you here to this course of study. But you're also leaders. You're leaders in the institutions that will employ you, among the colleagues that form your profession, and leaders in the communities in which you will be working and living and contributing and supporting. But the first of these roles, advocates, is in many ways the most important. You represent those who need support, and at times you represent them when they cannot support or speak for themselves. And that's why this physical representation of your career path, this visible reminder that is your pin, is so important, because it's a symbol not only for you, but for others of the path that you've chosen to travel, as their advocates, as their leaders, and as their caregivers. Wear it proudly, and my very best wishes as you begin your journey. Thank you, and enjoy your afternoon.
And now we'll have Jenna Matos come up and do her speech. Thank you.
In introducing our next speaker, Dr. Margaret Slusser, I am somewhat at a loss. This person has amassed a lifetime of accomplishments and service. After graduating from nursing school at Wilkes University in 1982, this distinguished guest earned a master's in nursing and PhD from the University of Pennsylvania. Equipped with knowledge equal to her passion, in the next several decades, she served as a psychiatric mental health nurse and provider, researcher, academic, and administrator in communities and institutions of higher learning throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Throughout her commitment to nursing and professional development has been constant. She has created educational experiences for students through television and other media outlets, and have been an active member and leader of the National League of Nursing, Sigma Theta Tau, American Nurses Association, and the PA Organization of Nurse Leaders. In her current role, Dr. Slusser oversees the academic programs, faculty, and all of the School of Health Sciences operation as the Dean of Health Sciences. Beyond the various administrative tasks which comprise the role of dean, she sets the vision and mission for the School of Nursing. At Stockton, that mission is one of lifelong learning, commitment to excellence, and improving the lives of others. These are the ideals to which Dean Slusser calls each of us to aspire. I recently learned that this year, Dean Slusser's many years of service to the profession of nursing are drawing to a close. Lest you think that Dean Slusser's upcoming retirement will be filled exclusively with white sandy beaches or afternoons spent by the pool, I am happy to report that the Dean will not get off so easy. By unanimous vote, I am honored to announce that she will continue to serve the Stockton community as Professor Emeritus. She will continue to serve as a beacon for the rest of us, reminding us of the highest ideals for the profession of nursing and ourselves. Thank you very much, Dean Slusser, for your tireless devotion to the field of nursing, faculty, colleagues, and nursing students over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Dean Margaret Slusser.
Wow. Thank you, Jenna, for that glowing introduction. And good afternoon, soon-to-be graduates, Dr. McDonald, Dr. Quinn, all the members of the nursing faculty, and our nursing, and our retired member of the nursing faculty, Annie's here. She didn't retire very long. She's only been gone like 2 days. And welcome to the wonderful person who's trying to replace her. Good luck with that. Annie's done such a good job. I'd also like to welcome other honored guests, families, friends, all of you who can't be here in person but are joining us via Zoom. It's good that you can join us even though it's virtually. We wish you were here. It's a beautiful day. This pinning ceremony is all about honoring and celebrating you, our newest graduates on your journey to becoming professional nurses. I've been a nurse for very many years, as Jenna described. It's interesting, she gave that year that I got my BSN. So for those of you who were doing the calculations, how old is this woman? Do you know, it took me 10 years to get that BSN because I was already a diploma nurse. I spent a lot of time in school to get to where I am. Lifelong learning is really important. So relax. I know you don't want to think about learning one more thing. Today's not the day for that. You're completing just a wonderful journey, but it's just your beginning. I'm honored to be chosen as your keynote speaker, and I promise to be brief, and I will not try to tell you everything I know, because we'd be here a very long time. With next year's graduation, it does become official at last. After all of this hard work, you can call yourselves real nurses. Of course, you have to pass NCLEX, and I'm sure you'll do that. Be confident. As you start out, I'd like to provide you with some principles that I've found helpful on my own journey. First, this career is one of identity. It claims you. Your family and friends probably already identify you as a nurse. And I bet that you all get asked those medically related questions that you're supposed to know all the answers to, right? Because why? Because you're a nurse. I know it's true. How many have been asked those questions? Yep, and those conversations start, well, you're a nurse. You'll hear it all the time. So your identity as a nurse has taken hold, and it will continue to develop. You're graduating into a career that demands integrity, accountability, full commitment, and full engagement in the work you will do, whatever that work is and wherever that work may be. In my long career, I've used my nursing education in many roles. I've found that regardless of my role, I'm a nurse. It's not my job, it's who I am. When I'm introduced, I've come to expect that in most situations, I'm still introduced as a nurse first. Often people aren't exactly sure what my job is, but they know I'm a nurse. Even my adult children, who know that I'm their mom first, introduced me to people saying, this is my mom, she's a nurse, she works at, and often they really don't know what I do, so they say, she teaches nursing. Because what else could I do? I'm such a nurse. And you'll find that to be true. I value my nursing identity, and I hope that you will always value yours too. It's a proud identity, and it comes with expectations and responsibilities. You're becoming members of the most trusted profession. Nurses have earned that distinction by being both competent and caring. You can't be a good nurse without both. As nurses, you will enter relationships in which your intelligence, your strengths, and emotions are fully engaged. You'll be part of miracles. You'll experience great sorrows and great joy. Stay abreast with new knowledge and continue your education towards advanced nursing degrees and certifications that you might find to be appropriate for you. But don't ever forget that nursing is a caring profession. Don't ever be afraid to put that diagnosis aside in order to focus on and truly appreciate and listen to the people, the person in front of you who needs your care. As nurses, you are the patient's biggest advocate, as Dr. McDonald pointed out. Patients and families depend on you. As new graduates, you may be somewhat idealistic, and I hope you are. I know I was. I encourage you to maintain that healthy idealism. It comes with doing what's right. You may have to temper idealism with reality. Temper it, but don't abandon it. Maintain your high standards and always model what is right. That may be hard at first. I know. I remember the first assault on my idealism. So put yourself in my place for a minute. I was a new nurse. I was working in a critical care area on the evening shift. I was caring for an unconscious patient, and I needed help interning her to reposition her and give skin care. Assisted by another nurse and a nursing assistant, we turned the patient, and I provided the needed care. That sounds right, doesn't it? It wasn't. As you know, physical care is not all that nurses provide. You know, people who don't understand nursing will say things like, well, what do? You put people on a bedpan? Oh, yeah, but when we do that, we're not just doing that. We're looking at them, we're feeling them, we're seeing what their color is, we're seeing how they breathe, we're asking them questions, we're talking to them. We don't just do tasks. So in the story I'm talking about, the process started out pretty well. I said to my patient, Mrs. Jones, we're going to turn you onto your side now so I can make you more comfortable. But then it happened. My two colleagues started complaining about another patient right in front of my patient, or maybe behind my patient. I was horrified. I can still feel my stomach drop. Like, you can't do that. I was taught, and I do believe, that our patients always hear us. And we should always talk to our patients, whether they're conscious or not. This unprofessional conversation was a violation of what I knew to be good nursing. I was shocked that all nurses weren't like the right out of school textbook me. And I really didn't know what to do. But I knew what not to do. I didn't participate in that conversation, and I made a valid attempt to interrupt them by continuing to talk to my patient in a caring way. You too will have experiences when you are shocked or disappointed by the standards of others. My advice to you is to stay positive and stay true to your own standards. Surround yourself with good nurses. Model excellence. Do not participate in substandard care. Nursing is hard work. Care for yourself in meaningful ways. Never contribute to negativity. There are problems in every workplace, but choose to be part of the solutions rather than contributing to those problems. All nursing positions are not the same. Find one that suits you and where you can be happy. Always start your workday with a positive tone. Be the nurse that always comes in and says, good morning, we're gonna have a great day today. Set the tone. You will find people in the workplace who do the exact opposite of that. Beat them to it. Set the tone. It's really important to start with great expectations. Always be honest, but not brutally so. That's important. Be known as a man or a woman of integrity and grace. That combination is important. Be the person that colleagues can depend on for looking at situations calmly, clearly, and fairly. Proceed with care in your new profession, because more doors await you than you can possibly walk through. You're going to have lots of choices in a long career. You're Stockton nurses. You are well prepared, and you'll practice as professional nurses in a very exciting and ever-changing healthcare arena. In closing, I offer my congratulations to each and every one of you as you receive your nursing pins today. I wish you a very happy Nurses' Day, and I welcome you to this wonderful profession of nursing. Thank you.
We would like to thank Dean Slusser for serving us as the guest speaker and helping our class celebrate such a happy event. On behalf of the graduates, the nursing program, the School of Health Sciences, and Stockton University, we would like to present you with a token of our appreciation and happy retirement.
Thank you again, Dean Slusser. Thank you, Jenna. So now I'd like to invite Ms. Emily Scalone, the senior class representative, to say a few words to, the class of 2021. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I would like to start by wishing a warm welcome to our distinguished guests at home, our faculty, and to my fellow graduates. It's needless to say that it has been a challenging 4 years that we have just accomplished, aside from adapting the last few semesters of our nursing school career to life in a global pandemic. Although working our way through nursing school has been demanding, difficult, and even extremely intense at times, it goes without being said that these years have built resilience in us that will serve as the stepping stones for a strong career in the nursing field. If I could say something to my past self from the beginning of nursing school, without a doubt I would tell this innocent and eager version of myself that if you think passing chemistry is going to be the hardest part, oh boy, you're in for a wild ride. I do not want to speak for my classmates, but I think it's a safe assumption to make on behalf of them that our time together at Stockton is not what we expected it to be. After all, life is not what you expect it to be. But this is just another skill that will fortify our ability to adapt and be flexible while working in a very dynamic and ever-changing career. Graduation is often seen as a finish line, an accomplishment. While yes, this is true, graduating is an important milestone, we must remember that in reality, this is just the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. And while we will no longer be enjoying seeing each other bright and early at a 6:45 a.m. clinical or having lunch together on campus between long lectures, we will always have our time together at Stockton to look back on. Even after we go our separate ways, our time in this program and the memories we have made will be what will always keep us connected. It is safe to say that we have endured a unique experience over the past year or so, living in much uncertainty, fear, frustration, and disappointment. Not being able to gather today and celebrate this accomplishment as we normally would is a prime example of just how different these times are that we're living in. It is very easy to let these trying times hinder our paths in life, but with the help of our professors, clinical instructors, and our own durability, we have been able to withstand every obstacle thrown at us, and we have overcome these barriers. The ability to push through these drawbacks just goes to show that nursing is what we are meant to do. This is our calling. Although many of us will go into different fields of nursing, we all know deep down this is what we were meant to do. To emphasize this point, I'd like to share a quote from the great Oprah Winfrey. Oprah once said, "Your calling isn't something that somebody can tell you about. It's what you feel. It's part of your life force. It is the thing that gives you the juice, the thing that you're supposed to do, and nobody can tell you what that is. You know that inside yourself." I believe these thoughts on this subject perfectly parallel our experience in becoming nurses. We learn about all the different types of nursing opportunities and all the information and details that those type of nurses need to know. But somewhere along the way, each of us will have a realization of which field of nursing really speaks to us. For some, this realization may not come until long after graduation, once experience in the nursing field has shown us what specialty we are meant to pursue. That is the beauty of nursing, and that is the reason this career is so important and valuable. Not only do nurses make a difference in the lives of those they care for, but they also can seek a number of different careers because of the diverse knowledge base we receive during our time at nursing school. The best advice we can take with us moving forward from this point is to never stop learning. While yes, we are no longer considered students, we are still going to be in the position to learn from our patients, our coworkers, and ourselves every day of our careers. I sincerely hope that my classmates and I will take every opportunity and challenge that comes our way to be the best nurses we can be for our patients. Along with this title of RN will come family members asking, "Can you look at this rash?" and friends asking, "Why does my head hurt?" This may seem like a nuisance at the time, but not only is it a learning experience every time someone asks you a question, but it just goes to show how people trust nurses. To prove that fact, it has been researched that nursing is the most trusted profession and has been for 19 years in a row. And to the professors, there is a citation for that statistic in case you want to see it. APA format. This trust in nurses is not without cause. Nurses are taught with high ethical standards in regard to patients, and we are taught to consider the patient in a holistic manner, not as a case study, a room number, or something to check off on your to-do list. Nurses are the backbone of healthcare. In just a few short weeks, all of us will be out there on the front line. Nursing school has felt like it went by in the blink of an eye, but at the same time, the beginning of our time here feels like an eternity ago. Thankfully, we made it through to the finish line, and now it is time to show the world what we can do. I'd like to conclude my speech by asking you all to join me in a moment of silence to remember all the lives lost to COVID-19 and to honor the sacrifices that the rest of the world has had to make in response to this pandemic. Thank you, and congratulations to the nursing program graduates of 2021.
Thank you, Emily. It was a terrific speech. And I will say, I'm sure that despite those long lectures, they were probably very interesting and enjoyable, right? Would you all agree? Across the board? Okay, good. So now I'd like to invite Dr. Rose Scafidi, the nursing program coordinator, to the podium to discuss the tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning at the completion of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Green. Years past, we always had a screen behind here that had the beautiful Stockton pin, so everyone can look at it as I read some of the information about the tradition of pinning. So the tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning at the completion of the nursing program is thought to have originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing in London. In the United States, the first pin was presented to the graduating class of 1880 at the Bellevue Hospital of Nursing in New York City. By 1916, the practice of pinning new nurses was common throughout North America. While nurses do not always wear caps and white uniforms, graduated nurses proudly wear a pin. I'm wearing mine today, from many years ago from Stockton. It is a treasured symbol of their association and everlasting bond with their nursing school, evidence of completing a rigorous and physically demanding nursing program and the recognition of the history and heritage of nursing. Each pin is distinctive, representing only one program, and it identifies to others the program from which the nurse graduated. It is the tradition that a student nurse is pinned by a registered nurse. The Stockton nursing pin depicts the university seal. If you look on your program, there's a picture of the seal. The lion was adopted from the Richard Stockton family crest, and this represents courage and strength. The book and candle is a symbol of the enlightenment to be gained through lifelong learning. The image of the tree characterizes the Pinelands locale of Stockton's campus. The osprey is Stockton's official mascot. It is native to our region and saved from extinction through the efforts of Stockton faculty, and it now names our renowned athletic teams. In keeping with the motto, an environment for excellence, blue is incorporated to represent the sky. Gold complements the blue and adds an additional element of elegance. It also emphasizes the concept of educational enlightenment. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Jacqueline Arnone and Dr. Mary Patton to the front for the moment you've all been waiting for, the pinning of the graduates.
Rose. Rose.
First, I want to congratulate everybody. I'm so proud of each one of you for having this accomplishment and being able to share this day with you today. Max Bond. Trevor Calamer. Darika Darji. Caitlin Deaver. Christian DeSenza. Beth Daughton. Kayla Ferret. Kelly Fontana. Samantha Hoffman. Megan Hubbs. Cameron Kensing. Rebecca Lord. Maxwell Maffey. Jenna Matos. Alexa Piplos. Amanda Rainey. Christina Railman. Joshua Ryle. Emily Scalone. Jillian Srzinski. Lindsay Such. Jasmine Tran. Tiffany Tran. Shannon Vizard. Kindil Zara. I would now like to introduce Doctors Joan Perks and Jill Tortrell to the front to assist Dr. Patton in the lighting of the lamps and the Nightingale Pledge. We also would like to invite all the nurses in the audience to join us in the pledge, which may be found on the back of the program.
Teamwork and collaboration. You'll remember this day. Okay, do you want to get started? I think we need to go. I think the wind is against us. Imagine if you will. Yes. We'll just have to imagine all the candles are lit. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Will all students and registered nurses please rise for the Nightingale Pledge? I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of the profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs, coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling, with loyalty and in collaboration with all disciplines of healthcare. I will devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations to the nursing class of 2021. I now invite Dr. Rose Scafidi back to the podium. to present the nursing program awards. Blow out your candles, please. If the wind has it already.
All three that are lit. I think you all deserve an award for completing this program. However, there are three specific awards that are presented at the nursing pinning ceremony. The first award is the Academic Scholar Award. The Academic Scholar Award of the Pre-Licensure Nursing Program recognizes the student with the highest GPA while maintaining the utmost standards of academic integrity. As the graduates will tell you, our program is quite rigorous, and students work hard to meet the program's outcomes and their goals. We have many excellent students. The Academic Achievement Award for the student with the highest GPA in the class goes to, hold on, I know who it is, but I just want to say it correctly. I'm sorry, I'm not more organized. It's the first one. Tiffany P. Tran. The second of the three awards is the Excellence in Student Leadership Award. The Excellence in Student Leadership Award recognizes a student leader who significantly demonstrated outstanding leadership in student clubs, organizations, community involvement, and/or university service, thereby significantly enhancing the quality of the nursing program and university. It was not an easy decision because many of our students take on leadership roles in various capacities. However, this year's Leadership Award goes to Jasmine Tran. And the last award, the Dr. Mary Ellen Florence Nurse Practice Award. Dr. Mary Ellen Florence was a professor here many, years ago. She actually was one of my professors, and this award is given in her memory. So she was a respected member of our nursing faculty for 21 years. The award is given to a student who has demonstrated exemplary behavior in the application of critical thinking and theoretical knowledge in the delivery of safe, compassionate patient care. And this year, the award goes to Samantha Hoffman.
Thank you, Dr. Scafidi. Congratulations to all of you. And it's wonderful to see all of you sitting out there with your pins on. Congratulations. We're incredibly proud of all of you. So I just want to take a second with closing, announcing our closing remarks, but also just to give a big hand to Jasmine Tran for all of her help in really making this day possible, and just a lot of late night texts and checking this, checking that, and she really went above and beyond to make this a special day for all of you. And so I just wanted to give her a shout out. So thank you. And so now, as we move toward the end of our 2021 BSN ceremony, pinning ceremony, both thrilled and honored to receive closing marks from our new academic and chief nursing administrator, Dr. Sheila Quinn. In this role, Dr. Quinn provides strategic, academic, and administrative leadership for the nursing, undergraduate, graduate, and DNP programs. And needless to say, she has jumped right into this incredibly important and forward-thinking role, has already involved in the execution of strategic planning initiatives, mentoring, advising of faculty, and ongoing facilitation and development of the undergraduate and undergraduate programs. The breadth of her clinical experience is quite impressive. Trust me, her CV was about 15 to 20 pages long, so there's a lot, along with Dr. Slusser as well. So Dr. Quinn received her BSN back in 1986, her MSN at Villanova as well in 93, and then her PhD in 2003 at Barry University. She has over 25 years experience in progressively more challenging academic administrative roles, as well as key management positions in community health and public health services arenas. And for all of you that have not been particularly fond of the ATI exams over the years, I would like to note that Dr. Quinn has been a part of the test development in her role as subcommittee chair and also as part of a task force committee in the past. So I'm sure you're all thrilled to hear that she brings that bit of knowledge and experience to not only continue to build upon what we've been doing with ATI, but to make it better for future students. So I thought you would appreciate that. So seriously, though, she's contributed to the field in so many ways, including teaching, maintaining committee memberships, participating in research, contributing to professional publications, and presenting to various learning bodies. Her commitment and experience are particularly useful given the ongoing changes in healthcare delivery system in this post-COVID world. We are thrilled to have her join us in the department, securing the knowledge that she brings to this role, the commitment and experience to equip future nursing leaders with the tools necessary for meeting tomorrow's healthcare challenges. Please join me in welcoming a shining beacon of light for the challenges that lie ahead, Dr. Sheila Quinn, to the podium for closing remarks.
Thank you. As Dr. Schlosser said, wow, that's impressive. Thank you so much. So, thank you for joining us today to celebrate the important tradition of welcoming nursing students into the profession of nursing. I want to pause and give recognition to the people who have helped you by guiding and supporting you in order to be here. That would be your faculty, your family, friends, peers. They've supported you through rigorous prerequisites, chemistry, challenging clinical preparation, and late night studying, I would suspect. Although some of your support team may not be physically present here today at the ceremony, graduates, I would like for you to rise from your seats, face the camera, and give a round of applause to your support team. Thank you. You may be seated. So, in closing remarks, I did not want to make it long either. So, it's my hope that you stay centered and grounded in what is important in nursing and in your life, and appreciate how lucky you are to take care of patients and their families at the most vulnerable times in their lives. It's an incredible responsibility and incredible honor. Again, let me add my congratulations to others on your achievements and your continued commitment now as a graduate nurse to becoming and staying proficient in the art and science of nursing, and also to the obligation of caring. You just took this oath as a nurse as you enter the profession, and this moment is likely to be one of the high points of your career, but also your beginning. So, I'm hopeful that you relish your accomplishments and now celebrate as you hope will see the culmination of your hard work and the success of reaching your goal. Congratulations, class of 2021. So this concludes the ceremony. Thank you all to our present, viewing the live stream, or perhaps viewing the recording as you witness this important moment. Congratulations again.